Hello, today's lesson is lesson 4-3 and it's called the commutative property of multiplication. You've already learned how to use arrays to model multiplication facts. Today you will use arrays to model and learn a property of multiplication that will help you multiply more easily. Oh, the top part here is hard to read, but it says I have 3 rows of desks with 7 desks in each row. Imagine I moved the desks into 7 rows with 3 desks in each row. So instead of being a 3 by 7 array, I changed it to a 7 by 3 array. Do I have more desks now, fewer desks, or the same number of desks? Students knew I would have the same number of desks. So the commutative property of multiplication says that you can multiply numbers in any order and the answer will be the same. You can do 5 times 2, which is what this shows, 5 down, 2 across. Or you can do 2 times 5, 2 down, 5 across. Either way, the answer stays the same, it's 10. Here's a funny picture of our classroom, 3 times 7, and on its side would be 7 times 3. Commutative property of multiplication says you can multiply numbers in any order and the product is the same. Here's another problem related to this. Kathy has arranged some shells in 2 different arrays. One array has 2 rows with 6 shells in each row. The other array has 6 rows with 2 shells in each row. Do both arrays have the same number of shells? Students knew yes, they would. You're just turning that array on its side. It's the same product. 2 times 6 equals 12. And 6 times 2 equals 12. These symbols here, these arrays are symbols of the problem. We were talking about 2 down, 6 across, 6 down, 2 across. They both are equal to 12. What do the arrays have in common? How are they different? We discussed this question for a while. Students pointed out that they have in common the same numbers. 2 and 6 and 12 are used in both. They're both multiplication problems. They both have arrays with equal numbers of rows. And then how they're different, the numbers are in different orders. 2 comes first here, followed by 6. 6 comes first here, followed by 2. We did some practice problems. This one says write a multiplication sentence for each array and compare their products. Students told me that this array shows 4 times 2 equals 8. This array shows 2 times 4 equals 8. Both arrays have a product of 8. Here we are, the next couple questions. The next question says draw an array and give the product for each fact. So pause the video and visualize what the array would look like for 5 times 2 and 2 times 5, and also if you can figure out what the product would be for those. Here is 5 down and 2 across. Here is 2 down and 5 across. Either way you multiply those numbers, the product will stay the same. It will be 10. Last problem we did said copy and complete. 6 times 4 equals 24. So 4 times 6 also equals 24. That was it for today.